Welcome y'all to Reuben on the Farm. Today I'm going to share with you my very favorite bread machine rye bread. This is a bold seeded rye. This is like a New York deli-style rye bread or a Jewish rye. You can make a mean Reuben sandwich on this bread, or a corned beef or salami sandwich. So good, so much flavor. Now, if you don't like seeded rye, you can just leave the seeds out of this recipe and still get a fantastic, simple rye bread. So I'm just going to show you how to make this using the bread machine. We're just going to throw all the ingredients in the bread machine loaf pan and let the bread machine do the work. So let's just get started. I'm going to start with 1 cup of lukewarm water, about 100 to 110 degrees, just like always. I'm going to put that right into my bread machine loaf pan. After the water, now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of packed brown sugar. Put that right on in there. This is light brown sugar, but you can also use dark brown sugar just fine. After that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. You can use any kind of oil that you want. I'm going to use olive oil in this recipe. So 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Let's put that right on in there. Next, I'm going to add some molasses. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of molasses. Now, I have oiled up my little teaspoon. This will really help the molasses come out. Now, this is one of the things in this rye bread recipe that's going to give us that good, earthy, strong flavor, plus this good, rich, deep color for our bread. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon of molasses. I like this Grandma's unsulfured molasses. See how it came out really nicely? That really helps to oil up your teaspoon before you add the molasses. The next ingredient for our rye bread is to add some rye flour. Now, you have a couple options. This is some Bob's Red Mill dark rye flour, but I have rye berries. So I got out my berries and I ground up this fresh milled rye flour. So that's what I'm going to use. Either way, you're going to use 1 cup or 120 grams of fresh milled flour or rye flour. So 1 cup. Just add that right on into your bread machine loaf pan. After your rye flour, now it's time to add some white flour. You can use all-purpose flour, you can use bread flour, you can even use fresh milled flour. I'm going to use bread flour today because I think that's the most common that people will make this recipe with. But in the recipe, I'll also leave you the directions on how to make this with fresh milled flour, and I'll share that with you another day. For this recipe, I'm going to use 2 cups of bread flour. Just going to put that right into my bread machine loaf pan with my dark rye. Okay, so 2 cups right on in there. Now, also in the printable recipe that I'll leave you down in the description and on my website, reubenonthefarm.com, I'll leave you this recipe in cups and spoons and in grams, because I know a lot of people like to cook or bake with both of those measurements. Okay, we have 2 cups of bread flour right into our loaf pan. Another ingredient that we're going to add for this rye bread is some cocoa powder. Now, don't worry, it's not going to make this bread taste like chocolate. It's going to be really, really subtle, and it's going to give us a really good, deep, dark color and a little bit of earthiness. So it's great to add to your rye bread. But I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon, so it's a very small amount. Just add that right on top of your flour. Next, for this recipe, I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. You can use whatever kind of salt that you want. If you want to use the pink Himalayan sea salt, table salt, this Redmond's real salt, any of them will work just fine. I like this Redmond's real salt. It's an ancient fine sea salt, and it's a beautiful pink color. So I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. 1.5 teaspoons right on in there with everything else. Now, after the salt, it's time to add some yeast. I'm going to use the Sap Instant yeast. You can also use Active Dry just fine in this recipe. But I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of this instant yeast. Just add that right on in there with everything else. Now, because we're going to get this mixing up and kneading right away, it's fine if the yeast and the salt touch. It's not going to make a difference for this bread at all. That is important if you're going to do a delay time. But since we're going to get this going right away, the salt, the yeast, it can touch. It'll be fine. And last, but definitely not least, in this rye bread recipe are the caraway seeds. This is where that bold flavor comes from. I love seeded rye bread. If you don't, leave these out. Now, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of these caraway seeds. If you want a little bit less, use a tablespoon. You get to choose how much you use because you're making homemade bread. But I like it with 2 tablespoons. I think it tastes fantastic. So if you've never made this before, use 2 tablespoons. Okay, so 2 tablespoons right on in there with everything else. And those are all of our ingredients for this seeded rye bread, this Jewish rye, this New York Deli-Style rye, whatever you want to call it, it is good. Time to get this into the bread machine. To make this rye bread, I am using my trusty old Zojireshi Home Bakery Supreme. I just popped my bread machine loaf pan into my bread machine. You can see all of those fantastic ingredients in the loaf pan. Now, you get to choose if you want to make this entirely in the bread machine or if you want to use the dough cycle. If you want to make this entirely in the bread machine, just choose a basic white cycle and press start. And in a few hours, you're going to have a fantastic loaf of rye bread. Now, for me, I really enjoy using the dough cycle on my bread machine more than letting it bake it all the way. So I'm going to choose the dough cycle. It's about 1.5 hours. I'm going to press start, and I have my preheat turned off. So my bread machine starts mixing and kneading right away. Now, the important thing to do in about 5 minutes is to check on your ball of dough. That way you know that it's not too wet, not too dry, and if it is, you can adjust it then. And if you do that, you're going to end up with a fantastic loaf of bread. If you don't check on it, then you might not. So I'm going to show you exactly what this should look like in just a few minutes. This is what you want your dough to look like. If yours is too wet, it'll be sticking to the sides and to the bottom and to the paddles. Add about 1/8 cup more of flour at a time until it looks like this. It's been 1.5 hours and the dough cycle is complete. The dough looks great. It rose really well, and now it's time to turn it out from this loaf pan, press it out, and get it shaped into a loaf. This rye bread turns out really well, made completely in the bread machine, but I just prefer using the dough cycle of my bread machine and baking it in the oven, so that's what I'm doing today. So I like to press out my dough and just really simply roll this into a log. That will work just fine. There's lots of different ways that you can shape your loaf, but this is the easiest way. Now just press all of those seams together, press the ends together, give it a good pat out, and that is about all it takes. To bake this rye bread, I'm going to use this 9-inch Pullman loaf pan. I really like the USA pans because they're such high quality, they're non-stick, the bread will not stick at all even if you don't oil up or grease your loaf pan. It does have a lid to this Pullman pan, but I'm not going to use the lid for this recipe. Now it's time to let the dough for our rye bread rise. I'm going to let this rise on the countertop for about 45 minutes. It's been 45 minutes. The dough has risen nicely. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to throw this in the oven to bake. Our loaf of rye bread is fresh out of the oven. I let this bake at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. It looks good and it smells so good. When I get my bread out of the oven, I like to turn it out of the loaf pan immediately. If I use my bread machine, I also like to get it out of the bread machine immediately too. And I like to take a little bit of melted butter and just brush it all over the top of my bread. This will give you that beautiful shine, that nice buttery flavor, and it gives you a really nice soft crust. So that's why I like to do that. And instead of using a cooling rack to cool my bread, I like to just cover it with a tea towel. All that warmth and the condensation will give you an even softer crust. So that is how I like to cool my bread. Now, it is really hard to let your warm homemade bread cool a little bit, but if you do, you're going to get a better crumb, a better texture out of your bread. It's going to slice easier. But it's your own homemade bread. You can slice into it whatever you want to. Look at this gorgeous slice of seeded rye bread. It looks perfect. Look at this. It is soft, it's fluffy, but it's still substantial enough for your sandwiches that you're going to want to make with this. I'm going to use this rye bread to make some homemade Reuben sandwiches. I like to slice up my bread, toast it on both sides, add some corned beef and roast beef, some provolone cheese, some Thousand Island dressing, and some sauerkraut, and you have a fantastic New York Deli-style homemade Reuben sandwich. This is a 1.5-pound loaf of bread machine rye bread, but I'll also leave you the printable recipe for a 1-pound loaf and a 2-pound loaf on my website, robinonthefarm.com. While you're there, you can also find our handmade beeswax bread bags. This is what I like to store all of my homemade breads in. They're a healthier alternative to those plastic bread bags. I'll see y'all next time on Robin on the Farm.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough. With flour on her apron, loving each need, ground wheat fresh, sowing her seed. The smell of fresh bread.